So our topic is Listening Skills Enhancement 2.0. This is the only listening major lecture I have here. So meaning, if you want to improve your listening skills, you don't have to look anywhere else. You just have to attend this lecture. Again, you can come to my lecture here at the branch, which we have 3 people coming in. We have lone participant here at Zoom, si Zara. At yung mga may work pa, pwede pa kayong mag-join mamaya sa ating YouTube Premiere Replay. You can check it out anytime you want to. Ano? Because this is important. But I would like to reassure you that if there is any lecture, if there's any subtest in the IELTS that is easy, that is going to be listening. Okay? Regardless of your module, whether you're academic or general training, which by the way, we have the same test. So if you will be taking the examination on this day, let's say December 20, which will be this Saturday, we have 8 test takers that day. Regardless of what module they will be taking, they will have the same test question, same audio recording, same everything. There will be no prejudice, there will be no judgment whether what module you're taking. For listening, everyone is judged the same. And this is actually our leverage. We want to use listening in our own advantage. Okay? There are a lot of you guys, there are a lot of you today, or perhaps those who will be listening to my replay later on, who are looking for what we call OBS, or overall band score. If this is particularly what you are after, then I have some good news for you. Because if you will be getting, let's say, a score of listening 7, which is very achievable, and you manage to only get 5 in speaking, 5 in writing, and 6 in speaking, if you add all of these together, your CLB or your OBS is still going to give you a band 6. Simple lang yan eh. I-add mo silang lahat, divide mo sa 4, ang resulta ay 6. So ano ang humatak sa score tataas? Yung listening. Diba? Yung listening. So kung OBS lang po ang habol, o yung overall band score, listening ang dapat nyo pataasin. Dahil aminin ko na, kanya-kanya po tayo ng background sa English. May magaling, may hindi gaano. Tama ho ba? Okay? At dun sa hindi gaano, alam natin na hindi yan masyadong magpe-perform sa speaking at writing dahil yung standard naman po talaga sa speaking at writing ay napakanuknukan ng hirap. Diba? May mga estudyante kong dean ng law, may estudyante kong nurses, may master's degree, pero bumabagsak sa IELTS because of writing and speaking. Because they don't know how to do the process properly. So that's how I would like to reassure you. But listening, at the end of the day, is listening. There's an audio that will play. You have to answer. And that's it. That is going to be what your test is about. Ilan po ang porsyento ng nagtitik ng IELTS sa Pilipinas ang hindi naka-enroll sa review centers tulad nito? 70%. So kung may 200,000 na magtitik ngayong taon, 140,000 doon ay hindi enrolled sa review center, tulad ng minor. Ang enroll lang sa amin, nasa 20,000 siguro. Ganun lang kababa. Pero ang ating listening national band score, buong bansa po ito, ay 7. So, ibig sabihin, mag-review o hindi,
Ay, may lecture ka.
ang chance ako makakuha ng 7. After that, saglit lang to 45 minutes. Ang chance ako makakuha ng 7 ay napakataas. Malinaw ha? Pero, kaya 7 ang average dahil meron din naka-8. Dahil meron naka-perfect. Pero meron din naka-6, meron din naka-5, meron din nakakuha ng 4. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mong alamin sa sarili mo, nasaan ka sa limit na to. Are you at the upper or lower limit? From there, you can know how are you going to prepare. Okay? And there is no better way to prepare for the test than to be exposed to the actual difficulty level of the test. 2023, we partnered with British Council to put up our own testing center. Kasi kami nauumay na 3 beses lang po sa kabanatuan na exam sa isang taon. Ang dami nagtitake ng exam. Totoo po, 3 beses lang sa isang taon. So magpapampanga pa, magdadagupan pa, magmamanila pa, magbubuka pa ng hotel, biglang babaguhin yung date. Monday ngayon. Halimbawa, Monday ngayon, ang speaking mo, Webes. Ang listening, reading, writing mo, Sabado. Biglang sasabihin, Miyerkules na daw. Ang layo ng span. So, 5 araw ka nakastay doon. Lunes pa lang, aalis ka na. Diba? Ang gastos. Ito na oh. Plus, home court advantage. Imagine, you will be practicing here. Para kitang drive ng sasakyan. Kunwari, driving school ako. Pinag-drive kita ng mismong sasakyan, tsaka kita tinuruan. Kesa, pinag-PlayStation lang kita. Iba yung real life sa simulation. At itong practice na to, yung practice na pinapagawa namin sa inyo, which what we call mock. We conduct it 2 times in a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays of every week. Except lang po pagkatapos na to, dahil next week, abay parang awa nyo naman, magpasko naman tayo, meron po tayo talagang holiday break, wala na po talaga dapat tayong pasok ngayon. Na-extend lang yung pasok dahil may exam ng December 20. So, we have used a software which costed 400,000 pesos para po gayahin mismo kung ano yung user interface o UI. Sa madaling sabi, sa Tagalog, sa lingwaheng inyong mauunawaan, kung paano po lalabas ang exam, kung anong-ano yung itsura nun, at kung anong-ano mismo yung mga dating exam, ini-upload namin yun sa software na ginagamit ko during mock. Sa madaling sabi, kung ako ay nag-mock ngayon at ako ay naka-5, malamang sa totoong buhay, 5 ka. So magandang pangitain sa atin yun na, uy, 5 lang ako. Teka, kailangan kong makasais eh. So, ano dapat mong gawin? Mag-practice ka pa. Ano dapat mong gawin? Umattend ka ng klase tulad na to. Anong dapat mong gawin? Expose yourself constantly. Pero gusto ko lang linawin, no? A lot of people will say, practice makes perfect. Di ba? Practice ka ng practice, sabi nila, magiging perfect daw yon. Tanga, mali. Hindi ganon. Perfect practice makes perfect. Parang, sasali ka ng marathon, 42 kilometers. Anong practice ang ginawa mo? Jumping jacks. Anong practice ang ginawa mo? Nag-swimming ka. Anong practice ginawa mo? Nag-basketball ka. Eh, iba ang endurance ng 42 kilometer marathon. So, ano dapat mong gawin? Tumakbo ka. You have to do it as close to the real thing as possible. That's why it's not practice that makes it perfect. It's perfect practice that makes it perfect. Kaya sabi ng estudyante, nagreklamo, Sir, pang-5 ko na po. Puro 5 lang nakukuha kong score. Eh baka hindi yung exam ang mahirap. Baka ikaw lang talaga ang mahirap mag-adapt sa exam. At kailangan mong malaman, mag-backtrack ka. Bakit ko ba namali itong number 2? Bakit ko ba namali itong number 3? Ano ba ang tamang sagot? A. Ano ang sagot ko? B. Ano ba ang tumakbo sa isip ko? Bakit A ang sinagot ko? B pala dapat ang sagot. E di i-replay mo, pakinggan mo ulit. That is the backtracking technique na magagawa mo lang sa'yo. Kasi nga, kanya-kanya tayo. Iba-iba tayo ng development pagdating sa exam. Tanong.
Sir, ang tanong ko lang doon, bakit nagkahiwalay yung speaking? So, sabi dapat kasama from listening, reading, and writing. Pero yung speaking is to take another day.
Actually, lalo na before, when we conduct 200 tests in a day. 200 tests. 15 minuto kada estudyante. Examiner ako. As in, face-to-face interview. Siyempre, lalabas pa ng pinto, papasok, verify pa. So, sasabihin na natin, sa isang estudyante, abutin ka ng 25 to 30 minutes, kalahating oras ang bawat isa. Kaya ang time doon, 10 to 10:30, 10:30 to 11, 11 to 11:30, yun ang oras. Ilan lang ang kayang magkasya mula alas 9 ng umaga hanggang alas 9 ng gabi? Kung tigta 30 minutes. 24. Ilan na mag-i-exam? 200. Ilan ang examiner? 4. Kaya ba yon? Hindi. So, kailangan nila ng iba pang araw, kaya po magkahiwalay. Yun. Yun lang ang paliwanag doon. Kaya nahiwalay. Pero dahil may computer-based test na, At ang mga examiner natin, remote na. Ibig sabihin, may galing Egypt kang examiner, may examiner ka sa Manila, may examiner ka galing Argentina, may examiner ka sa Russia, may examiner ka from Turkey. So, kukonek lang yun, alam naman nila yung mga timelines and everything, trained naman itong mga to, trained din naman sila sa ganong exam nga to kasi 3 taon na natin itong ginagawa itong computer-based exam. So, mas madali ang time management. Kaya kaya na to na mag-listening, reading, writing ka sa umaga, mag-speaking ka sa hapon. Kaya kaya na ngayon. Pero dati, at lalo na sa ngayon, kung marami pa rin mag-i-exam, 200 in a day, hindi nila kakayanin yan. Yun lang po ang paliwanag. Okay, tuloy tayo. Listening. Gano'n to katagal? Kung pen and paper based, 40 minutes. Kung computer based, 32 minutes. Bakit mas maigsi si computer based? Because you will be given the same, for both pen and paper based and computer based, 30 minutes, the audio will play, 30 minutes as the examination progresses, and you will be given 10 minutes extra time for the pen and paper-based test takers to transfer the answers on an answer sheet. Whereas, if you will be taking the computer-based test, you will not be given the same due process of 10-minute transfer time because you don't need that time anymore. Why? Because your answers are automatically transcribed. It is automatically uploaded to a virtual answer sheet. So, there is only an extra 2 minutes. That is for you, the candidate, to make sure that you have answered all the questions. If you missed anything, this is the time where you can patch things up. You can edit your work. You can change your answers if you want to. But these 2 minutes should only be applied for you to check, hey, I completed everything. I can now click submit. That's why 2 minutes lang po ang extra time computer-based test. Okay? Remember, the recording is played only once. There is no replay. You cannot go back on the track. That's why you have to listen intently, follow the example, and don't fall asleep. You have to prepare yourself both physically and mentally, making sure you're able to acquire as much rest as possible the night before. Kaya nga, ang laking advantage kung nandito ka lang sa Kabanatuan at dito ka mag-i-exam, ayan lang, oh. Diba? Sakay ka lang ng tricycle. At kabisado mo kung paano pumunta dito. You just have to be here at least an hour before para you have to do some preparations, personal preparations. Check pa ng bag, verify pa yung ID. No? The listening test questionnaire is pink in color. Yung answer sheet naman po is orange. Ganito po siya. Kung pen and paper based. Kung computer based, wala na po kayong makikita ganito. So once again, bakit ba may iba-iba pang version ng exam? Ganito po kasi yan. Si pen and paper based, medyo mahirap kasi siyang i-implement before, but we don't have a choice because this is the only way how the examination is implemented. Now, because of the technology, nag-implement na sila ng upgrades, nagkaroon na ng computer-based exam, and this computer-based examination is actually much easier to manage. Within 24 hours, out na po ang result. So, sabi, nag-take ka ng Sabado, kinabukasan, Linggo, uy, puta, bagsak pala ako. O, alam mo na agad. Diba? So, what do I mean by this? I don't want to be too negative. But in case na malaman mo ang bad news, just in case na kung good news, wala na tayong problema, you can make necessary steps. You can take necessary steps. Okay, kailangan ko na daw makapag-secure ng visa by February. Nag-take ako ngayon, nalaman ko, bagsak ako sa reading, anong dapat kong gawin? Anong step na kailangan kong i-take? Whereas before, 15 araw pa yun bago malaman. Kung pen and paper based. So computer-based is in as early as 24 hours. As late as 48 hours, alam mo na. Okay? So pwede mo nang isipin anong mga susunod mong hakbang. Paparecheck ka ba? Mag-1 skill retake ka ba? O ulitin mo yung exam as a whole? Alam mo na yung gagawin mo, step. O again, kung pasa, congrats. Ganun lang, yung kasimple. Okay? So sir, what is the difference between pen and paper based and computer delivered IELTS? Ano po ang mga core differences nila? Ito, panoorin natin. Uy, sino to? Good morning, sir. Good morning, Rhea. Sipag mo good morning ni Rhea. Stereo. Share sound. Okay.
For the listening test, you can change the volume by using the volume bar in the top right at any time during the test.
Yung UI na yan,
For each part of
yan, kung ano-ano po yan, gayang-gaya po namin yan. Okay, yan na yan mismo yung makikita nyo. At yung mga dating exam, meron kaming access. Kasi meron kaming kilala sa loob eh. So, na-convert namin to para ganito. Pag na-take nyo, kung ano yung lapit ng score nyo sa mock, yun ang lapit nun sa totoong buhay. Okay? So, imagine niyo talaga na nag-i-exam kayo. Seryosohin.
the listening test, you will hear the recording
So, nakita, in this case, as the recording is being played, you have to type your answers on the spaces, on the blank spaces. For example, narinig mo, the shape is round. So, nakalagay, blank shape. So, ang sagot mo doon ay round. Ita-type mo siya manually. This is very tedious task, especially if you are someone who cannot type fast. Kung nahihirapan kang mag-type ng mabilis, mahirap po ito para sa katulad mo. Pero, I am making sure, para po sa inyong lahat, na hindi po lahat ng parts ng exam, ita-type mo lahat ng answers. Most of the way how you answer questions are interactive. Meaning, you have to click buttons, you have to only move sections using your mouse. So, napaka-intuitive po niyang gamitin. So, sabihin ko na, kung sa 40 items, 10 dyan, itatype mo. Pero yung natitirang 30, click lang. So, mas madali yun kaysa sa pen and paper, sasabihin ko na. Kasi sa pen and paper, kailangan mong kopyahin siya as is. Eh, mamali ka ng spelling. Yari na.
once only. Some parts of the test have more than
This is exactly what I was saying. So, for example, si Mary Brown daw ang nakatoka sa finance. So, kiklik mo si finance, ita-drop mo lang dito.
one type of question. Each type of question has its own instructions.
Ano naman, map? Ganun din, dadrag mo lang siya, papunta dun sa part. Ngayon.
In the listening test, listen carefully for the part number and question numbers to make sure you are looking at the right screen. For some questions, you need to write your answer in the gap. For some questions, you need to choose which diagram label, A,
Okay. Last time, meron pong isang estudyante na nagtanong sa akin, Sir, napakahirap po ng mapa pagdating sa listening. Nag-writing kami noon. So, ang ginawa ko, sige, sample lang kita. Perfect ko yung 4 na items na yon. Ang mahirap po kasi sa listening is following directions. At saka kung nasaan yung reference point. Kung sabing reference point, nasaan ka na ba? Kasi pwedeng sabihin, left, right. Eh, nasan ba ako? Saan ako magle-left? Saan ako mag-right? Diba? So, kailangan mo i-trace. Kaya ang pinakamabisang sandata mo dyan ay yung daliri mo. Totoo yan. No? Ito yung mouse mo sa kanan, yung mata mo nakatutok, yung tenga mo nakikinig, yung daliri mo, move to the left, on the corner of the bank. Between the bank and the gift shop, this is where the quilt shop is. So sabi, between the bank, ayun yung bank, and the gift shop, nandun daw yung quilt shop. So G, quilt shop, click mo yung G. Ganon. Nagigets yung point? So, yun po ang nakakalito sa map. Kailangan mo kasing mag-multitask. Okay? Kailangan nyo po mag-multitask. So, ikaw ay merong kabit o nagkaroon na ng kabit dati, madali lang para sa iyo ito magsabay-sabay na mga ginagawa. Okay? So,
B, C, etc. is correct for which item listed in the table. For each question, click on the correct space in the table. For some questions, you need to click on an answer and move it into the gap. If you want to change an answer, move another answer into the gap. If you want to leave the question unanswered, move the question back. And for some questions, you need to move an answer into a gap on a diagram. At the end of the listening test, you'll have 2 minutes to check all of your answers. The tests will automatically stop when the time finishes.
okay, ganun lang po tayo.
Listening test. Questions you need to move an
Senses sa ganito, di ba sabi natin, you are given 2 minutes to check your work. At ang 2 minutes po, 120 seconds yan, hindi po yan matagal. So halimbawa lang, wag po sana mangyari, nakaligtaan mo, hindi mo narinig yung answer sa 17. Anong gagawin mo dyan? Kiklik mo dito, di ba? Nasa 17 ka. Hindi na ulit magpe-play yung audio. Mapunta ka lang sa 17. O, magkaroon ka ngayon ng tinatawag nating calculated guess. Wala mo. Oo, dahil mas okay na may sagot ka doon, kaya wala talaga. Dahil kung wala ka sagot doon, automatically zero yun. No point doon. No correct answer. So, tingnan mo, pag-aralan mo. 17. Ano kaya pwede mong ilagay dyan? Cookery, games room, kitchen, pottery, sports complex, staff accommodation. Hula ka. Pottery room. Okay, pottery room, sabi ni sir. May ibang sagot? Accommodation? Staff accommodation? Bakit staff accommodation? Puro accommodation. O ikaw ba naman, arkitekto ka, engineer ka, ilalagay mo pa ba ibang accommodation sa ibang lugar? Pag samasamahin ko na sila, di ba? Para isang plano na lang. Pwede bang sports complex dito sa 17? Hindi, maliit di ba? So malamang sa malamang, ang sports complex niyan, itong 16. Ang laki Nagigets yung point, hindi ko po naririnig yung audio. Tapos na. Pero nakakakita ako na pwede kong ilagay dahil sa tinatawag nating calculated guess. Hindi ko po sinasabi sa inyo na hulaan nyo ng lahat. Iba pa rin pag pinakinggan mo siya at nagsagot ka during the test. You only use the 2 minutes time to go back to those questions that you missed and put answers within them. At hindi basta-basta ang paglalagay ng sagot. Sabi mo, 17, wala akong sagot. Sige, lagay ko na lang dyan. Tilapia, putang ina, saan ang galing yan? Lagay ko na lang dyan, sigarilya, saan galing yung hayop na yun, di ba? Hulaan mo naman, pero dapat may basihan kung bakit. O tulad nga nun, sabi ni sir, 17, teka, may girls accommodation dito, may boys accommodation dito. Bakit ko lalagay dito yung games room? May naglaro sila ng naglaro, di ba? So dapat, staff accommodation. Unang-una, ang paliwanag ko sa sarili ko dyan, bakit staff accommodation? Dahil, puro accommodation na. So kung ako magpaplano, magkakasama lang yun sa isang lugar. Pangalawa, dahil siguro itong girls and boys, yung mga estudyante, itong staff makakatulong na bantayan sila. Kaya dun din siya ilalagay. So ang sagot ko dyan ay staff accommodation. At tumama nga ang hula mo. Ganun.
Answer into a
So, paano po ba makakuha ng 7? 30 points. Ibig sabihin, 30 out of 40 items, pwede ka na makakuha ng 7. 10 mali lang, ano? Sa akong estudyante, kailan ba ito nag-exam? Last week lang. Tingnan natin yung kanyang... Hello, Ma'am Araya. Pasensya na, nasa klase ko Ano ba yan? Ano ba? Add mo na. Sige, pangalan ko lang ba kailangan mo? Sa number na to? Sige, later na lang. Okay, sige. Ito, parang 3 times lang ata kami nagkita ng estudyante na to. Listening 7, reading 7, writing 5.5, speaking 7. So, writing ang mababa niya. So, 30 lang. 7 ka na. Kung meron mang part ng exam na mapaperfect mo, ito yun. Dahil ito ang pinakamadali sa kanilang lahat. Si listening. Okay? Kaya dapat, i-perfect mo. Sabi mo sa sarili mo, ang target ko sa listening ay hindi lang 30. 40. 40 out of 40. So, pagka naka 40 out of 40 ka na, napakayabang mo na yan, no? Sige mo, pipila ka sa Jollibee, Uunahan mo pa yung mga naka-wheelchair, mga matatanda, mga buntis. Sabi mo, bakit? Kailangan priority itong mga to? Mga naka-9 ba to? Ako, naka-9 ako sa IELTS. Mauna ka sa pila. Okay? Tapos kapag sa kalsada, red light, beat the red light ka. Mag-hazard ka. O pag nahuli ka ng enforcer, sir, naka-9 po ako sa listening ng IELTS. Ganun na po tayong kayabang. Kapag naka-9. Ibang kumpiyansa sa sarili po ang kayang ibigay niyan, ha? Okay. So before listening, read the questions in advance. Kaya sabihin ko lang si listening po ang pinaka-generous pagdating sa time. The listening test will give you time to look for questions before the audio begins playing. How long? 1 minute. May maririnig ka talagang script, literal. You will hear 1 minute to look for questions 1 to 10. Diba? So pag nakita mo, look for questions 1 to 10 daw. Punta lang ako sa Google Drive ko. Tingnan nyo lang. Saan ba yung aking Zoom? Wait lang Zoom share ko lang tong aking, yan. So nakalagay dyan Look for questions 1 to 10. So nakalagay, venue number 1. So anong hinahanap ko, dapat kong pakinggan sa 1? Lugar. Diba? Ano ba mga pangalan ng mga venue? Moments Events Center. Diba? Ano pa? Resort and Hotel. Okada, Manila. Diba? Who to invite? Si John and his wife, director, the blank, all the teachers, all the blank, pwedeng staff, pwedeng the students. Nanguhula nga ako bago ko pa marinig. No? Date for sending invitations, kailan? So dapat pwede ko marinig dyan. Tuesday, October 17. Collect money during the party. Siguro habang may party o during the meeting. No, kasi syempre, kailangan nila ng pondo. Suggested amount per person, blank dollars. $80? $60? Diba? Nanguhula na ako, nag-anticipate na ako. Ask guests to bring snacks, blank, blank. Ask student representative to prepare a blank. Prepare a gift. Pwede naman guest to bring, ano bang dadalhin? Food? Ano pa? Ano pwedeng dalhin? Ng mga guest? Wine? Diba? Balloons? Flowers? Ano? Books? Okay? Bago ko pa marinig, ginuhulaan ko na. Malinaw? Okay. Para pag narinig mo, mas madali na lang yung adjustment. After listening, bibigyan ka din yan ng time to review. How long? 30 seconds. You're now given half a minute to check your answers for items 1 to 10. Tama ba yung ginawa ko? Kaya may nakalimutan ako sa 9. Ano kaya pwede doon? Hanggang ngayon pa lang, alalahanin mo na. Madali kasi ang recall hanggat maaga pa. No? So, sa mga nakapag-try na po mag-mock o nakapag-try na po mag-exam, you would agree with me that sections 1 and 2 are easier versus sections 3 and 4. Sabihin, makakakita ka ng marami kumpul-kumpul na mistakes kapag nasa sections 3 and 4 ka. Why? Because the answers required in sections 3 and 4 are not only difficult due to this being academically inclined, but also they will require more verbs, adjectives, and adverbs as answers. Whereas, dito kasi kay sections 1 and 2, mostly nouns and pronouns lang ang sagot. Mawa, what? Where? Meron ditong sample, nagbebenta siya ng motor. Diba? Ano yung kulay ng motor? Ano ang plate number ng motor? Ilan na ang kilometrahe? Diba? Pang ilang owner na to? Ano pa? Ilang litro ang makina? Ilang cc? What else? Na-aksidente na ba to o hindi? Nag-get yung point? Saan mag-meet up? Kailan? Saan? Puro what, who, where, and when pag section 1 and 2. Magkano? Diba? So, tingnan niyo yung mga scenario ng section 1. Transaction. Pwedeng buying and selling. Shopping. Holiday booking. O tumatawag ka sa isang hotel. Kino-confirm mo kung ano yung mga amenities na meron sila. Kino-confirm mo kung saan sila malapit kasi may attendan kang convention. Kailangan mong i-book ito ng ganitong araw. Anong araw available? Magkano? So, puro doon ang section 1. May nakawala ng passport. Anong passport number? Anong kulay yung cover? Brown, green, red, what else? Anong kulay siya? Maroon? Diba? Interview. O ini-interview yung applicant. Ini-interview yung student para maging exchange student. Sa section 2, dito nyo makikita madalas yung map. Kasi, general everyday scenarios ito, nandiyan pa rin yung transaction, shopping, holiday reservation, accommodations, and interview. But when it comes to social contexts, there will only be one person talking na lang pag section 2. Section 1, dalawa yan, conversation. Isang nagtatanong ng info at isang nagbibigay ng info. Si section 2 naman, isa na lang ang nagsasagot. Isa na lang ang nagsasalita. Giving informational talk. Halimbawa, paano iwasan ang sakit na dengue? You know? Ano mga preventive measures kapag ikaw ay nakagat ng bubuyo? Diba? Paano maiwasang manakawan sa tren? Ganyan. Section 3, marami na nagsasalita, hanggang 4 na katao nga pwede. Sa section 4 naman, monologue na naman, one person talking, giving a lecture and seminar. So, ang difference ng section 2 and section 4 is that section 4 is more academically inclined. When it comes to giving seminar, let's say, how humanity was able to invent flying machines like blimps and airplanes or hot air balloons. Paano natin na-invento yung mga yun? Makikinig ka. Diba, kailan yun? Sino ang mga pangalan? Anong bansa sila galing? Tapos, may mga adjectives, may mga verbs. Kaya siya mahirap kasi adjectives, verbs, and adverbs as answers requires forms. So kung tatanungin nyo ako ngayon ha, ang narinig nyo, let's say, gawin natin itong kunwaring hango sa totoong exam. Sa mga questions, ano to lalabas question mga 30 to 40. Yan. For example, item 38. Nakalagay is, blank first. Diba? Sabi sa 38, nung nandito ka na sa part na to, nakikinig ka na. Ito yung narinig mong script. Yan. Report must be blank first before attending the party. Nung narinig mong script, is we must submit the report first before attending tonight's party. At ang sinagot mo dyan ay submit. Dahil yun na yung mismo narinig mo, tama ba? Pero yung submit po na yan ay magiging mali. Bakit? Kasi, ang sabi dyan sa narinig mo, we must submit the report first. Sabi niya, report must be submitted na dapat to. Ibig sabihin, sir, kung ano po pala yung pagkakarinig ko, minsan kailangan kong baguhin yung form niya. Verb, adverb, and adjective. Nababago siya base sa hinihingi sa'yo nung sentence, nung script na nandito. Kaya ang dami nagkakamali sa 21 to 40. Dahil mostly adjectives, adverbs, at verbs ang mga sagot doon. Malinaw? Most of the time, it is going to be verbatim. But most often than not, lalaro-laruin kayo ng exam kasi ayaw naman nila sa totoo lang na maging sobrang dali ng exam para sa inyo. Dahil kung ikaw mahihirapan sa exam, wala kang ibang choice kundi mag-take ulit ng exam. At sino ang yayaman pag nag-take ka ulit ng exam? Sila. Ay, totoo. Pero po ang usapan dito. O, ilan nagtitake ng exam sa isang taon? 200,000. Multiply mo yan sa 15,000. Billion po yan. May calculator ko. 200,000 times 15,000. Alam mo nga, nag-error na. 3B. 3 billion. Oh. Sabi nila, teka lang, kung medyo man babagsak tayo, ng mga 15 mil sigurong katao, yayaman pa tayo. Magiging 3 billion and 180 million na yan. Example. Mambabagsak sila pa unti-unti. Kung hirapan natin kaya ng konti yung listening. Sino nagbabayad niyan? Tayo. Sino yung mayaman? Sila. Sino hirapan? Tayo. Huwag kang pabiktima dyan. Sa mga ganun-ganon. Dahil gusto natin, last exam mo na to. O kala nyo, ganyan lang ang exam? Billion po ito. Bilyong industriya yan. So accent, let's talk about accent. We have the American accent, we have the British accent, and we have the Australian accent. So remember, why do we consider American accent to be lucky? Because as Filipinos, we are accustomed to American accent. Ano yung mga pinapanood natin mga pelikula? Ila Tom Cruise. Diba? Mga Hollywood films, Marvel movies, NBA. Tutok na tutok tayo. Mga kanta nila Bruno Mars, mga American accent yan. Diba? Pag ini-interview sila, mga late night shows nila Jimmy. Taylor Swift, American accent yan. British accent is commonly used in the IELTS exam. Bakit? Nire-record po kasi ito, ang examination, British and IDP, sa University of Cambridge in the UK. So, ibig sabihin, anong accent ang kadalasan gagamitin nila? British accent. So, kung 40 ang items, yung 30 dyan, naka-British accent, 30 points out of 40. 10 dyan, pwedeng American, pwedeng Australian, pwede rin pong Chinese, ha? May na-encounter tayo ninyo, kinukwento ko sa inyo kanina na nawalan ng passport. Kunwari, Chinese student siya, nawalan siya ng passport sa Hong Kong. Hi, my name is Lucy Lu, L-U-C-Y-L-U. So, yun yung question number 1. Yun na agad. And I lost my passport. Ganun sila magsalita eh. So, si British, madali. Oo, kabisado rin natin yan. Bakit? Ano-ano ba yung mga pinapanood natin ng mga Brits? Mga concerts, mga pelikula. O sila Harry Potter, naka-British accent yan. Ano pa? Game of Thrones, naka-British accent yan. What else? Lord of the Rings, naka-British accent yan. O, mga banda. Queen. Beatles, British accent yan. Ed Sheeran, Adele. Dami. Diba? Oh, kung kilala mo lang na British, si Mr. Bean, magkakaproblema ka nga talaga. Alang ibang sinabi kung di ganon. Oh, sino pa yung mga cartoon character na hilig ng mga anak natin ngayon? Sila Peppa Pig. Tatay! Diba? Sila Sarah Diskaya. Oh, British accent yan. Diba? I talk to my sister. Ay, kape. Oh, huli ka, gago. Alam mo, kayabang mo. Alright. So, commonly used in the IELTS exam, si British accent. At si Australian is for those who are cursed. Bakit po cursed pag Australian accent? Napakahirap po intindihin ang pagpananalita nila ng mga Aussie. Kaya mahal ang sahod pag sa Australia ka eh. Yun yung hazard pay sa'yo eh. Difficulty of... Sino punta Australia dito? Meron? Ikaw, doon ka pupunta? Nakapunta ka na doon? Hirap makipagkaibigan doon, no? Ay, grandma! What? Tayo na, sinasabi nitong gago na to, di ba? Okay. Sasabihin lang nila, October. Di ba, ang dali-daling sabihin ng October? Sabihin nyo October. Pag sinabi nila October, October. Ay, it's nice October, ain't it? Kaya nga eh. Yung August nila, August. Yan ang araw-araw nila. So pag yan po ang natapat sa iyo, isa lang po ibig sabihin yan. Hindi ka favorite ni Lord. Lord, bakit ako pa natapatan na to? No? Kaya wag po kayong makikisabay mag-exam sa malas, ha? No, meron kasi talagang kasabay mag-exam na may dalang swerte. May kasabay mag-exam na may dalang malas. Paliwanag ko, no? Bakit po ang Australian accent ay mahirap? Ganito po kasi history, ano? Na-discover nila si Australia somewhere around 1800s. Almost the same time as when they discovered America. Nung na-discover nila si America, talaga nagkagulo sila. Gustong-gusto nila si America. Bakit? Ang laki ng mina ng silver. Ang laki ng mina ng ginto. No? Tapos meron pa silang crop, yung mais, na pinagyaman nila, yung corn. So talagang mayaman si Amerika. Mayaman ang lupa. Marami kang mapapakinabangan. Si Australia, wala eh. Tuyot na tuyot yan eh. Walang kwenta para sa kanila. As in, sa'yo na yan, sa'yo na yan. Alam mo kung ano ginawa si Australia? Ano ginawa nila kay Australia? Ginawa nilang kulungan. Totoo. Ginawa nilang world's largest penal colony ang Australia. O syempre, lahat ng mga nahuhuli nila na kriminal sa UK, no? Ay mga taga saan? Taga Ireland. Mga Irish, British. So, kaya makikita nyo, ang laki ng resemblance kung paano magsalita si Conor McGregor, which is an Irish person, at ni Wolverine, ni Hugh Jackman. Medyo may resemblance sila magsalita. Bakit? Ang layo nila eh. Konti-kontinente ang layo. Kasi yun ang origin. Doon sila nanggaling eh. No? So, pag sinabing accent, pare-parehas ang lingwahe, pero iba ang pananalita. Diba, nasa Pilipinas ka. Dito nga lang eh. Ang grabe na ang tindi ng accent eh. Di ba? Oh, Kabanatuan pa lang to. Galing akong Gapan. Doon po ako tubo. Nag-aral ako sa Wesleyan. Mga klase ko, taga-Bungabon, taga-Kuyapo, tuntua ako paano sila magsalita. Tuntua rin sila sa akin paano ako magsalita. Hindi pa po tayo nakaka-100 kilometro. Dahil ang distansya mula Cabanatuan hanggang Gapan ay 17 kilometers lang. Ang distansya mula Cabanatuan hanggang San Jose ay 35 kilometers lang. Oh. Pero iba na ang pananalita. Napunta ka ng Manila. Ayan, 100 kilometro na. Ako na pare, ako ito, gago, bumunggo intro ko. Ganun sila magsalita, nakahunguso eh. Pero same ang language, but differently spoken. What more if we're talking about continents? Tingnan mo yung distansya ng Amerika sa Europe. Europe sa Australia. 3 triangle yan. Kung ilalagay mo sila sa globe, tatriangle mo yung ganun kalaki. Thousands of kilometers ang pinag-uusapan. At higit 200, 300, 400 taon na cultivate yung difference ng language. Kaya may kakaiba talaga dyan. So, pakinggan natin si American accent.
Please call Stella, ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She will scoop these things up into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
Simple lang. Kaya intindihan? Naiintindihan? Ano lang problema? Mabilis. Dahil ang American accent ay mabilis. Kaya ba, ni-interview sa Lebron, in-interview sila Durant, in-interview sila Curry. It's all a real team effort, and we got some rebounds late in the game, and then we were able to grab some basketball. We're moving. Shout out to all my teammates. They were really good and awesome for me all night long. Again, we're really had about defense, and then yung sila magsalita, kinakain nila yung salita. Literal na kinakain nila yung salita. Yung pronunciation nga nila ng mountain, nagiging mountain. Certain. Yung curtain. Cotton. Yan na sila magsalita. Kinakain na talaga nila. Kasi ang Americans, they are known as lazy speakers. Sila ang nag-invento ng contractions. Yung mga cannot, naging can't. Yung mga want to, naging wanna. Going to, naging gonna. Sila yan. Ito naman po si British.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
Diba? Ang daling intindihin. Kasi ang British accent is well syllabicated. They don't glide. They don't mix up syllables. They don't eat the words. They pronounce them the way they should be. Ang problema lang kay British, minsan nawawala yung letter R, minsan nawawala yung letter T. Kaya tawag nila sa mga, ask her to bring these things with her from the store. Wala lang yung mga R. But still understandable nonetheless. Kaya pa rin, di ba? Okay. Minsan nawawala din yung letter T. No? Yung better, naging beta. Yung water, water. Di ba? Ba'a. Ba'a o wa'a. That's a bottle of water. Di ba? Ganun sila mag-pronounce. And congrats! Ito na po tayo sa Australian accent.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we'll go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
Good luck. Nung parang okay din. Pag natapat ka sa exam, at yan ang natapat sa'yo, ako may hihilo ka, ako nagsasabi sa'yo, ano? Kung good luck sa inyo. So we have different types of questions. We have multiple choice. So ganito lang kasimple ang multiple choice.
Section 3. Listen to a female student, Amina, talking to her tutor, Dr. Bryson, about her project on local history. Amina has completed a first draft of the project. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 26.
Look at item 21 to 26.
Now listen carefully to the first part of the discussion and answer questions 21 to 26.
Well, Amina, thanks for letting me have your draft in such good time.
Oh, that's all right. I was just very anxious to hear what you think of it. You can see that I decided to change the topic. I had been interested in looking at Bering's factory.
Oh, I think the hospital was a much better choice. In fact, well, I have to say that I thought it was good.
Oh.
There's still lots of work to be done.
Oh, yes, of course.
But there's plenty of good ideas. It opens well, and the first chapter is fine, but the middle section really stood out for me. Most interesting.
That's amazing, because I really didn't find it a bit easy to write.
How long did you work on the whole thing?
Well, I spent about 2 or 3 weeks reading and doing general research, and then I dashed.
Okay, so ano nangyari? Sabi, it's about a local blank. Sabi niyan, I decided to change the topic. See, I was looking at Bering's factory. You see, a hospital is a much better choice, which is meaning yun ang project niya ngayon. But there's plenty of things to be done. Of course, it opens well para sa introduction. The first chapter is fine, but the middle section really stood out well for me. Most interesting. So pag sinabi yun, ano yung nagustuhan niya? Ito. Well, ito naman ay fine. Ito naman ay really stood out well for me. Most interesting. High-spirited siya doon. So malamang sa alamang, ang gusto niya talaga. Oh, is that so? Nagulat siya because I didn't find it easy to do. Ito, mahirap mahulaan to kasi didn't find it easy is equals to found it difficult. Okay. So, yun ang answer natin sa 21 to 23. Ito naman yung map.
Well, here we are at the top of the tower, and we're going to look at the view from each direction. Out to the east, the large buildings about 1 kilometre away are on the Olympic site. There's an indoor arena for gymnastics, a stadium for track and field, and a swimming pool for races and synchronised swimming, and also diving. If you look carefully down there, you can see the train lines. The Olympic site has its own station to encourage the use of public transport. There is also a car park, but it only holds a limited number of cars. The formal park has some specially created water features. If you look out here to the south, you can see a circular ornamental pond. And around to the west, you can relax and sit on a bench to smell the flowers in the rose garden. And finally, up to the north, if you look in front of you now, there's a lake with a small island in the centre. You can hire rowing boats at the boat shed, which you can't see from here. But if you look through the trees, you can see the cafe, which has lovely views across the water. OK, let's climb down now. We will go now and have a look at the nature reserve section of the park, which has opened up natural wetland to the public.
15 car park, 16 rose garden, 17 cafe. Completing the map lang ito. So sabi niya dyan, out here to the east, may mga interesting areas din kasi, especially if you are going to use your compasses, ano? Pero kung wala kang compass, north taas, south baba, east kanan, west kaliwa. Okay? West at kaliwa, parehong may W. Alright. So pag sabing northwest, yun yung sa pagitan nila. This will be your 10 o'clock. Pag sinabi namang northeast, this will be your 2 o'clock. And so on, so forth. No? So you have to be good with directions. Ano yung mga neighboring, adjoining, through, between, alongside. Okay? You have to be good with directions. Kaya nga, you can trace your map using your finger dun sa monitor. So sa spelling, this is where you have to be careful about kasi ang nakabigay doon sa tinatawag nating example of the format given, pakita ko lang. For example, this is the match between ito yung football matches, upcoming football matches of Yellow Tigers, or Purple Tigers. So, ang kalaban nila is dito, number 1, si Yellow Monkey. Dito naman, si Red Dog. Red Wolf naman. Yeah. So, nilagay dito yung date. Dito naman yung venue. Ito yung question number 11. Ito yung question number 12. So, nakalagay na dyan yung venue kasi nga, given na ito. Ito yung example given na tinatawag. Yan. Alright, so Purple Tigers will have a match at the British Sports Centre at 9 in the morning on September 11. So, kung sinagot mo dyan, masyadong madilaw, gawin nating itim. September 11. And after that, on the same venue, the following day, at the British Sports Centre, they will face the Red Wolf. So then, hinapin mo, British Sports Centre. Yan naman ang spelling mo. Sasabihin ko po sa inyo na parehong mali po ang sagot niyo. Ito ay mali, ito ay mali. Sir, paano yun eh? Kinopya ko lang naman. No? Sinulat ko lang naman yung narinig ko. Yun nga yung problem sa tinatawag nating format of the example given. Ang binigay na format, 12 sept. Alam natin na kapag sumulat ka ng date, dapat buo siya. Pero dahil may format ka na dapat sundin, susundan mo lang po yung format. So remember, kung walang format, you have to complete your spelling. September 11, at lagi ka pong mag-American spelling. Center, no? Odor, walang U. Color, walang U. C-E-N-T-E-R. Okay. Pero, nag-iba dito. Kasi may binigay na format eh. At yung format na yan, kukopyahin mo lang dapat siya. Iniba mo ang spelling. Mali din yan. Nagkakaintindihan po? That is the difference between answering and understanding the format for the needed item. Dapat ba naka-all caps? Yes. Kung listening at reading, dapat all caps. Bakit? Baka kasi mamali ka ng capitalization, kasama po ang capitalization sa part ng grammar ng listening at reading, so i-all caps mo na. Saan lang hindi pwede mag-all caps? Sa writing. Yan lang po siya bawal. Kailangan properly capitalize ang ating answer. So sa mga 10, sabi ko nga, may makikita kang be verb. Ang hinihingi niyan ay past participle, be observed, be submitted, be cooked, be given. Pati has, have, had, is, are, was, were, am. Kasama na. Sa singular plural, madali lang naman ma-determine. No? Singular subject gives singular verb and vice versa. So again, kung ano po ang format na inyong matipuhan, sabi dyan, 23rd of November, yan mismo ang sinulat mo, walang problema. November 23, yan mismo ang sinabi, yan mismo sinulat mo. November 23, 2012, pwede po ito, walang problema. No? Pero kung may example, yung example po ang susundin na format. Malinaw? Okay. Policy number. Ano ang tama dito sa mga sagot na to? My student numbers, AE 101, 457. That's AE 101, 457. Yan. Alin po sa tatlo na yan sa tingin nyo ang tama? Sabi ni Sir, pangatlo? Okay, nakalagay, no spaces or dashes needed. Nag-space ka, nag-dash ka. Okay lang. Ang problema kasi dyan, meron tayong tinatawag na write no more than 3 words. Pag kasi write no more than 2 words, write no more than 1 word, write no more than 3 words, ito kasing mga to, N or a number, naka-qualify kasi to as a unit. Kaya kung write no more than 2 words, yung AE 101, 457, qualified na siya as 3 words. So, bigyan ko kayo ng example. Nakalagay, write no more than 3 words. Ang sagot mo, January 23 to January 25. 3 words ba yan? Ito lang nakita mong words eh. 1, 2, 3. Mali. Kasi yung 23 dahil part siya ng date at yung 25 dahil part siya ng date, considered po yan a word. So, ilan to? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ang usapan, write no more than 3 words. Tama ka, mali? Mali. So, anong gagawin mo dyan? Yung 2, gawin mong hyphen. At yung excess January, i-remove mo. So, ang sagot mo na lang dyan ay magiging January 23 to January to 25. 1, 2, 3. Sir, paano yung hyphen? Symbol yan. Hindi naman makakount yan.
Cursor slash count yan. Hindi rin.
No spaces, dashes, at kahit kailanman hindi ka gagamit ng slash sa listening exam. Hindi siya gagamitin talaga. So, yan po. Ganun nyo siya i-convert. No? Isa pa. Ang sagot dyan ay big, red, juicy apple. Nakalagay, write no more than 3 words. So, anong tatanggalin mo dyan para maging 3? Unang-unang tatanggalin, article. A, an, or the. Big, red, juicy apple. O, anong matitira dyan? Pwede ko bang tanggalin yung big? Hindi. Dahil yung big, nagde-determine ng size. Dahil may small, may medium, may large. Yung red, tatanggalin ko ba yung red? Hindi. Dahil, nagde-determine naman to ng color. Yung juicy, excess lang naman to. So, big red apple na lang ang answer ko. Pwedeng-pwede. Linaw? Okay. Okay, testing. Napakadali lang na to. Kuha kayo ng lapis papel. Kung wala, cellphone.
Now turn to section 3. Section 3. You will hear 2 friends discussing a course they have just done. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 27.
Tingnan daw si 21 at si 27. Pero 21 at 22 lang ang titingnan natin. 1 minute. So, ang hinahanap lang dyan, date. Date lang yan, date.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 27.
Oh, Ben, I just remembered I never filled in that form for Nick.
Ah.
Did you do it?
The course feedback form.
Yes. If you want, we can do it together. I've got mine here.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look then. What do we have to do?
Let's fill in the top first. Let's see. Course code.
It's communication in business.
Okay. Communication in business. I do know that, but what's the code?
CB16 something. CB162, isn't it?
That's it. Okay. And dates. When did we start? I remember my birthday's on May 4th, and it was the day after. It must have been May 5th.
Gosh, doesn't seem that long ago, does it?
No. And we finish at the end of this week on Friday, so that's July 15th.
16th.
Oh.
Monday was the 12th.
Yeah.
Right, that was the easy bit. Now, let's have a look. Please give your...
Sagot niya.
May 4. May 5.
May 5.
May 5.
May 5. It must have been May 5th. It's a day after that. Ang sagot niya sa 22? July 16. Kasi yung Monday daw, 12. So, kung Friday yun, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Dapat ang 22. So, kahit anong format, mauna yung 5 May, 12 July, 16 July, walang problema. O 16th with TH, wala rin problema. Okay? Tanong? Meron po kayong mga katanungan.
Literally pounds talaga, yung ano talaga? Or kasi sa may countersign na pera kung ano ba yung pounds na yan. Minsan di ko nakikita sa computer yung sign na yun eh. So
Okay.
hindi ba gagawin i-convert sa letter na pounds na May encounter kayo din
Okay, meron po tayo ditong katanungan. Ano? Ang tanong po natin ay, Sir, paano po kaya itong mga... Ako nasa Chrome.
You will hear a podcast about an area called the Sheep Market in a New Zealand city. First, you have some time to look at questions 15 to 20.
Alam ha? Saan yung zoom ko? Pero tuloy nakita. Reynolds House, the Thumb, the Museum, the Contemporary Art Gallery, the Warner Gallery, at saka Nucleus. 20. So, 5 to. Random to. Ngayon ko palang nakita to.
Now listen and answer questions 15 to 20.
The sheep market is one of the main centres for art and history in the whole of the country. If you look at our map, you'll see some of the main attractions there. Most visitors start from Crawley Road at the bottom of the map.
Crawley?
The Reynolds House is one of the oldest houses in the city and is open to the public. It's on the north side of Crawley Road, next to the footpath that leads to the public gardens. The area is particularly interesting for its unusual sculptures. The thumb is just what its name suggests, but it's about 10 metres high. You'll see it on Hill Road, across the road from the bank. The museum's got a particularly fine collection of New Zealand landscapes. It's on the east side of the sheep market, on City Road. It's on the other side of the road from the public gardens, immediately facing the junction with Hill Road. The Contemporary Art Gallery is on a little road that leads off Station Square, not far from the public gardens. The road ends at the gallery. It doesn't go anywhere else. That's open every day except Mondays. The Warner Gallery specialises in 19th century art. It's on City Road, near the junction with Crawley Road, on the same side of the road as the public gardens. It's open on weekdays from 9 to 5 and entry is free.
Aye.
Finally, if you're interested in purchasing high-quality artwork, the place to go is Nucleus. You need to go from Crawley Road up through Station Square and east along Hill Road until you get to a small winding road turning off. Go up there and it's on your right. If you get to City Road, you've gone too far.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Hindi ko nasagutan yung Contemporary Art Gallery. Sabi niya kasi yan, Station Square. Pwedeng mag-G ako dito. Testing lang. Alam niyo, tumamba, di ba? Press tayo. So, H, si Reynolds House. Hindi siya E. Si The Thumb is letter C. Museum is F, G. Tumama pa tayo sa hula natin sa contemporary art. The Warner Gallery is I. And then, si Nucleus is letter B. If you've... okay. Tama. Labeling naman tayo. Chrome ba ako? Kaya pala. Part 1 lang tayo.
You will hear a number of different recordings and will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the questions and instructions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. Write all your answers in the test listening booklet. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet.
2 minutes lang siya in reality.
Now turn to Section 1. Section 1. You will hear a customer talking to a travel agent. First, you will have some time to look at questions 1 to 6.
1 to 6, Jim blank, ano yung last name, okay na yung address, destination, contact number, binigay yung 0151, kailangan makompleto. Flight number, pwedeng may letters and number. Length of stay in nights, so pwede niyang sabihin yung days, pero kailangan natin yung nights.
You will see there is an example which has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first.
Hello, welcome to the travel depot. How can I help you?
Well, I'm looking for a reasonably priced holiday. I went to South Africa for a month last year, and I'd like to see North America this time, maybe Canada.
South Africa.
The customer says he went to South Africa last year, so the correct answer is C. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 6.
Hello, welcome to the travel depot. How can I help you?
Well, I'm looking for a reasonably priced holiday. I went to South Africa for a month last year, and I'd like to see North America this time, maybe Canada. But I'm also interested in Europe if the prices to Canada are too expensive. I'm on quite a tight budget, you see.
Well, you could go to Europe, but I'll get some prices for Canada first. I've been to Vancouver. It's lovely at this time of year. And we have some special offers on at the moment.
Okay, well, I have some relatives over in Vancouver, so that would be good. I can always travel around Europe next year. Besides, it may be a bit too hot for me at this time.
Right, let's have a look at some prices then. When would you like to go?
Sometime at the end of next month if possible, but I'm quite flexible any time between the 24th and the 31st. I'd like to go for 3 weeks.
Well, there's lots of availability for those dates. Now, if you're concerned about the cost, it's cheaper if you don't mind not flying direct.
Sorry, what do you mean?
Well, if you don't mind changing planes, then it's cheaper.
Oh, well, I don't mind changing planes.
In that case, the cheapest flight I have leaves on the 25th and changes in New York. It's only a short stop. You'll be in the airport for 2.5 hours. How does that sound?
Sounds good, but what's the price?
That's £412 for a return flight, but that doesn't include airport tax. Would you like to arrange any accommodation?
No, I have a cousin I can stay with. All I need is a flight, so I think I'll take that one.
Right, I'll just check availability for your return. 3 weeks, did you say?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, well, there are seats available on the 14th or the 15th. Which one would you prefer?
The 14th sounds good. Yes, from the 25th to the 14th sounds fine.
I'll reserve that for you then. Can you tell me your name, please?
Jim Jackson.
Is that Jackson?
That's right.
And can I take an address and contact number?
Yes, it's 10 Allen Road, Oldham. Do you want a home number or my mobile?
Either's fine.
Well, my home number is 0151 433 398.
Okay, so you're booked on flight number VN217 to Vancouver, leaving London Heathrow at 11:35 in the morning on the 25th and returning on the 14th. So that's 20 nights. Now, one more thing.
You now have some time to read questions 7 to 10.
Recommend some form of insurance cover. There are 2 types of cover. Blank star, gold star, The client can see a play at the theater for $500. Flight and the insurance together cost $50.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 7 to 10.
Now, one more thing. Do you have any travel insurance? We recommend all our clients take out some kind of cover, even though most people don't end up needing it. Most people have it just for peace of mind.
Well, what type of cover do you have?
There are two choices, the Gold Star and the Silver Star. Our most comprehensive cover is the Gold Star, which will cost £21 for the period you are away. It's a good policy because it covers almost all eventualities, even extreme sports such as snowboarding and skydiving.
What about the Silver Star?
That's £18, but it doesn't cover you for any dangerous sports.
Well, for £3, I think I'll take the first one. The gold cover, please.
Right, and is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, do you have any information about what to do in Vancouver?
Yes, I'm sure there's something on the computer that can help. Yes. There's a Shakespeare play at the theatre, but at $54 it's quite expensive. That starts at 8 p.m. The City Museum is really popular too, if you like that kind of thing. They have a special exhibition of Japanese armour next month. Entrance is free and the museum is open from 9 to 4:30, Monday to Saturday. Would you be interested in either of those?
Oh, well, maybe.
Well, I'm sure you can arrange that when you get there anyway. So it's the flight and the Gold Star insurance. That's £433 in total.
Can I pay by Visa?
Yes, of course. If you start...
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
9 out of 10. Mali lang tayo sa number 2. Ang sagot sa number 2 ay B, which is knows people living in Canada dapat. Sagot 2 is going to Europe next year. So yan, naka-9 tayo. Ganon. Ha? So thank you, Camille, Yusel, May, Rhea, Zara. That's the end of our discussion for this year. So see you next year. Pwede na kayo mag-mock sa mga nandito sa branch. Goodbye and happy holidays sa lahat.